We're live. What's going on, everybody? Thanks for checking in. Got all sorts of great people out here. StreamYard isn't showing me how many we got. Oh, there we go. Cool. Let me say hello to everybody.
Well, I'm here, so you got at least 330.
There you go. It's a Monday night. It's a holiday too. I appreciate you doing this, Jason. All right, Miss Annette's catfishing. How you doing, Annette? There's Brian B, channel member, crew member. What's going on, Brian B? How you doing? Catfishing with Cause in the house. What's up, Cause? Mr. Chucky, how you doing, sir? David Smith, what's up, buddy? Fishing with Steve Mosley in the house. Greenwell Fishing. There's my buddy James Stanley. What's up, Jimmy? How you doing? Jimmy, we got to get you in that boat of mine and do some fishing. JG Hill Studio. He was fishing live today on Jody's stream. I saw him when I came in to get cooled off a little bit. There's Chad over at Fields to Water. What's going on, Chad? Fishing with Steve Mosley. Greenwell Fishing. Fishing Freedom crew member. What's going on, Richard? There's my buddy Maurice Kaysen. What's up, Maurice? Nubby's Catfishing. Sean Abney in the house. Crew member Tim Molina. Uptown Chrissy Brown. She's also a crew member. I see Avid Fisherman crew member. What's up, Avid? Brandon's Outdoor Adventures. How you doing, Brandon? Let's see. You doing? Dale Hayslip popped in here. What's up, David Smith? How are you doing? Fishing with Jeff Beal. How you doing, Jeff? Let's see any other ones. They're popping in. Missy, the great Missy Kennedy. There's Nubby's Catfishing. People keep popping in here. Cool. I think I got everybody. Welcome to the Catfish and Crappie podcast. My name is Mark. I need to give a shout out to the channel supporters, the companies that help make this channel work. I want to say big thank you to Amped Outdoors, Uncle Lou's Tackle, Multi-Bar, and Port Barrington Marina. You guys are fantastic. And I did see Uncle Lou in here for a little while ago. I saw him in here a little while ago. How you doing, Uncle Lou? He's always watching in the background, I think. There's Tim Molina. He's been a member for 25 months. Yeah, I knew you were, Tim. I don't know what's going on. There's D. What's going on, D? She's been a member for 23 months. She says, JayDog love, sending you a heart. I had to highlight that, but let me. There's Big Bill's Catfishing. What's up, Big Bill? How you doing? Crappie Day Fish On. He is also a crew member. People are piling in here. Thank you, everybody, for the support. Thank you to the supporting companies that help it out. I got a chance to talk to Colton over at Multi-Bars. He's going to get me some new bases for my multi-bars, and hopefully we'll be out fishing next Monday on the show. I think that'll be a lot of fun. I'm kind of chomping at the bit to do so. So tonight's guest, my buddy JayDog. What's up, JayDog? How you doing?
Hold on, buddy.
You didn't say my name.
Just living the dream. Living the dream.
Got her made, ain't you?
Pretty much. You know, the First Bank of Chad approved my loan, and I was able to get a new boat this weekend. So pretty happy about that. I hear you got a new boat too.
Well, it ain't new, but yeah.
New
to us. Does that count?
It's new to you, ain't it?
That's right.
What's going on, Roger, over at Muskrat Adventures? So what'd you pick up, bud?
It is a 1993 Starcraft Walleye 170 DC.
Very nice. So it's a 17-footer, I'm guessing, right?
Yep. It has been one owned, garage kept his whole life. Well, now it's two owned.
You're the second owner.
Daughter and him, the same thing.
You know, the half slab, which is my old boat, which is up for sale, folks. I'm going to get her listed tomorrow. So if you're interested in that, you can always contact me. That boat had 5 owners, JayDog.
Wow, that's wore out. I'll give you $50 for it.
No. It's going to take a little more cheddar than that, buddy.
Well, seeing it comes from Catfish and Crappie, the most famous person on YouTube, it's got to be at least 1.5.
Yeah, that's I got my mojo on it so that the price goes up at least 25 cents.
At least.
At least. So how'd you get that boat ready to fish so fast?
Pretty much he used it until he died. So all I do is bring it out, change the gas, and hit the key.
Really? So did you come up with a name for this one? You're going to call it the Hearst?
I don't want to tell you what I called it because we don't want to get into the story of what happened, but
Why not? We got a whole hour. We got time.
I was gonna call it the cat killer because I accidentally ran a cat over on the way to getting it up or picking it up.
Oh, that'll happen, unfortunately.
Thank God it wasn't a black cat, because that's bad luck.
Do you believe in bad luck?
No.
Literally, there was nothing we could do. He ran right out in front of us.
Yeah, I mean, I swerved, but I wasn't gonna kill us over that cat.
Yeah, that'll happen. I've never run over a cat, but I ran over a raccoon in one of my wife's cars, and that thing ran pretty low to the ground, and that raccoon got caught between the wheel and the wheel well. It wasn't a pretty sight. It wasn't fun to get out of there. That wasn't fun at all. Tim Molina says, used by a little old lady who used it to go to church on Sundays, right, JayDog?
I mean, the girl, it was her dad. He died in 15, and she put it in storage, and because she thought she would use it, and she never did, so she couldn't see it sit there no more. So I bought it, and every story she told me, I believe, because in the glove box is maps for Canada, Wisconsin, all his fishing license that he got when he was there, and maps of the river and all that. So,
did you keep those maps? Because those are pretty cool things to have.
No, I didn't. I just threw them away. You want me to get them out and send them to you?
Sure, I'll take them. I'll frame some of that stuff. I'll put it up on the wall, even though I'm kind of running out of room in here. I got to save room for that 30-pound channel cat and that 70-pound flathead I'm going to catch someday.
Get it.
Don't you dare touch that.
Mason's about to lose a Freddy rod over here. I've done that. Don't do it again.
You've already lost one?
Hey, let's not get into that. What else we got to talk about?
No. We can't let Chad be the only one that loses gear. You got to tell us about that.
I was suspending one in the Licking River, and Armando Hondo took off with it, and I'm not used to not having that butt to grab, so I pulled it out with one hand, and where it was Armando Hondo, the torque, I couldn't hold it, and I didn't have a butt to grab onto, and it just torqued it right out of my wrist.
I saw it was operator error.
No, I had a blue whale on there.
Fishing with Steve Mosley says, I'll trade you my Old Town Sportsman for your boat. Mark, no. Sorry. Can't do it. But you can come and make me an offer. Definitely.
They'll bring you a lot of money with the price of the boat nowadays.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I was looking at prices and stuff, and turns out I'm going to get more than I got in it, which is always a good thing. Greenwell Fishing says a cat is better than a stinky skunk.
Oh yeah, that
would have been bad.
Yeah, I got enough skunks on my boat. I don't need the name.
And Brian B is says I'm contacting the Cat Killer Association right now.
Mason, turn the light.
There's my buddy Ryan over at Setting Hooks and Crossing Eyes. What's going on, Ryan? How you doing? There's Sandy from Silver Fox Fishing. How you doing, Sandy? Robert Modlin. How you doing, Robert?
I'm just curious who's going to be the first YouTuber to fish on here.
You are.
I mean, the first real one. Let me be more specific.
Oh, come on. You're as real as it gets. You're the JayDog.
Me.
Nobody knows me. But the 40 people we got in here, however many we got.
Robert Modlin wants to see a video on my new boat. We'll try and get that on there tomorrow. We'll see if I can get it done. I've been busting knuckles and stuff trying to get things done. Nothing went easy. You're always working on boats, aren't you, JayDog?
Yes, sir.
How do you do it, man, without like hitting yourself over the head with a wrench?
Well, see, I fell 3 stories and shattered the side of my head, so that's a titanium plate. So I can hit myself on that side with the wrench, and it don't matter.
Oh, she got that one.
Get it?
Creel Paul.
If you guys are wondering what's going on with JayDog, he's out fishing while we're doing the show tonight. He's hoping to get on one of them Ohio Blues. JayDog does pretty good out there. He's with his wife, Tara.
Yeah, I thought you were going to do it. I
didn't. And with his wife, Tara, and his son, Mason. They're always fishing together. They're always on YouTube. So you want to check out their channel. I got the link in the description, so check them out. JayDog's a good guy. He talks a lot of smack, but he's a good kid at heart. So
I'm not a kid. I'm 44.
You're a kid compared to me. I'm an old man.
Well, that is true.
Sandy says she wants to be the first one to fish on your boat, JayDog?
I don't even want to. I don't even want to hear Sandy's name. I'm mad at her.
You're mad at her. Why are you mad at Sandy?
Put a beat down on me at the women's tournament on
Well,
my own boat.
you know, I was watching Catfish Weekly before the show, and they were claiming that you're trying to get into this women's tournament with a wig or something. What's up with that?
Yeah, I would have went full tilt. I'd had the whole shebang on. I'd
Is,
high
is
heeled it and all.
is Tara in the tournament?
Yep.
Tara, what's your plan of attack?
I don't know.
If you guys are, if you're fishing the ladies, the Catfish Rumble, the ladies Rumble, I think it's called. Forgive me, D. I'm horrible with that kind of stuff. Again, I'm old, and I use that to my advantage when I mess up. Make sure you check it out over on the Fields to Water channel. It's coming up here, I believe, next week, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, Saturday and Sunday, I believe.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Yes, it's Saturday and Sunday.
There's Uncle Lou. He says he's been drinking Bud Light just to qualify.
He's always done. He don't even need Bud Light to qualify.
And Chad says the ladies Catfish Rumble. Thank you, Chad, for correcting me. What's going on, Creole Catfishing? So, JayDog, tell me about how you got started fishing. Let's go way back since you are 49 years old.
44, but whatever. I come out of the womb holding a fishing pole.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, he wiped me off, put me right in the truck, and we went straight to the river.
Was it sideways or was it the long way? Because sideways might have hurt your mom.
Well, it was a Freddy rod, so.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
I
I fished my whole life. I fished. Well, me and Tara, I mean, I couldn't even tell you how many times we fished together. Probably 300,000. We've been fishing together for 21 years.
Oh, fantastic. I think I've been fishing with my wife twice.
Lucky.
You don't because I outfish you. Like this.
Chad over at Fields to Water is asking, is JayDog fishing by my favorite park?
There.
Where was it?
I don't know. JayDog, where are you fishing by some park?
Yeah, there's a RV park right across the river right here. I don't know the name of it though.
JayDog.
Wayne Hoska, what's going on, Wayne? How you doing, bud? Thanks for coming in, bud. Yeah, we got a little side bet. There's a word that we're trying to get through here all day or the whole show without saying. And what was the bet again, JayDog?
Don't say pick.
I don't know what we did. I wanted to do that. Well, never mind. You tried, didn't you? I almost fell for it too. Yeah. I really did almost say what it was. That was close.
Don't say pickle.
Yeah. There, Mason said it. What Mason said, we ain't allowed to say.
Don't
Yeah,
say-
Mason can say it. You just can't. That's all. Or neither can I.
Don't say pickle.
Yeah, Chad says, no, not that park. What's the other one that I supposedly I like?
That's James Taylor Park.
James Taylor. Never heard of her.
Well, that's the official name.
Creole says, my wife doesn't like to fish when it's over 70 degrees. That's pretty much all year. For those of you listen to podcast, Creole's down in Louisiana.
We fish early in the morning, come home about noon because of the pleasure boaters. And then we go back out about 7 at night till 3, 4, 5 in the morning, whatever it is.
Brian B, look at us. He's trying to get me messed up here. He says,
on there.
Mark, you fished with your wife twice because you're not as good as JayDog at the park.
That one.
So you pretty much got to say or tell everybody what's happening because you got a podcast going on, right?
Yeah, well, yeah,
Well,
pretty kind of. You know what? I actually, I think I have it in the description.
Well, it's not fair that they don't know what's going on.
Well, it is my channel, so I mean, it's fair what I
get
say.
that, but you know, if I'm drinking a Coke or something, you know, you should tell them that I'm drinking a Coke or something. You know, you ain't got it.
Whack you upside the head with it when I get it in.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Brian B spelling it out one letter at a time.
Got a car.
Wait.
Oh,
Car.
Oh,
He popped off.
he popped off. Mason had a gar all the way to the boat, and he just popped off.
It was as long as
You wasn't
Mason
even
was.
How big did the guard get over there, JayDog?
Oh, geez. 5 feet,
Mason.
4 or 5 feet easily. And in case you're wondering, yes, they hurt when they bite you.
Have you been bitten by him?
You didn't see the video of me jumping around?
No, I haven't. I'll have to check that out. Remember, you told me that I don't look at that I don't check your channel out.
It ain't on mine. I think it's on either Cody's or Brian's. I can't remember.
Well, you're gonna have to send that link to me so I can check it out.
Yeah, I dropped him on the floor and he clamped right on my leg like an alligator.
Really? While it was just laying there at the bottom of the boat?
Yeah, and he jerked. When he jerked, he clamped down on my leg, and it was bad. Everybody thought it was funny because I was in pain, obviously. But
You know, I always hear stories of people having that happen with muskie and pike and stuff, but I've never believed them. So I guess I don't believe you either. I'm gonna have to see the video.
well, I'll send it to you. Brian will send it to you.
Brian, send me that video, bud.
What kind? You ever do any bass fishing?
Actually, not really.
How come?
I've always been a
He's gonna come
dirty
back.
cat fisherman because of my grandfather.
There's
Always-
a weird name that they call bass fishing or bass or something.
I call them green carp.
I hear all different names. Can you name
Yeah.
a couple of them?
Pickle bass.
There you go. There's one. If they're really small, you can call them a gherkin.
I thought something had to do with a ditch.
Didn't I call you Jay Gherkin in a live one day?
You did. I laughed so hard at that.
Hey, pickle.
Yeah, he's called me that a few times.
Parker Pursuits, what's up, Jerry? He says, got a circle hook, ran into my hand landing a cat in a kayak yesterday. It still hurts.
Oh, I'd imagine.
Yeah, so folks, what are some of the worst injuries you've ever had catfishing? Let's hear some of them. My worst injury was 2 years ago during the spawn. I got like a 9-pound channel cat, and I was fishing barefoot for some reason, and I dropped that sucker and I got spined right between the skin between your big toe and the second toe. Went clear through.
It's just we're nothing but gar around us right now.
Lost it.
We're getting
Is you-
bites on almost every pole, and they're bent over. When you pull it, there's nothing there.
Well, what are you using for bait?
Skipjack,
Yeah.
Change it.
fresh skippies we just got this morning.
I got one.
Fishing with Steve Mosley says bass are bait. Can you use bass on the Ohio?
No, we can't use bass, crappie, any of that, any sport fish.
No.
Fish.
We can use shad and skipjack, and that's about it. Bluegill, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the rules are really kind of strange here. You can use pretty much anything you want as long as you're within the size and creel limit, I guess, or at least I'm told, or at least that's how the rules read.
Now, I could buy my Ohio license and use all that, crappie and that kind of stuff.
You can, so that would just be on the Ohio River, right?
Right. Or I can go into any lakes they got and do it. But yeah, if I want to use it here in the Ohio River, I had to get an Ohio license.
Well, how much is an Ohio license? I think I bought a 3-day one last time I was there.
I don't know.
Chatted, no. Want to be outdoors, says my cousin got the meat between his thumb and index finger bit by a northern pike.
I thought that was going a whole nother direction when you started that conversation.
Creole Catfish says, I've bass fished a lot lately. Gotta have bait, right?
Creole's pole is right here on the left back here in the back of the boat.
Flash.
Monty Sheets saying hello. What's going on, Monty? How you doing? From Guard Dog fame. There's Danny Stone.
Never heard of him.
Well, never heard of him. Said worst for me was a half a channel cat. Fin went under my thumbnail. Oh, that doesn't sound fun.
Now, are we talking fishing or loading the boat too? Does that count?
I'd like to hear it.
Well, my boy bought a bass boat.
Well, like a glitter rocket.
Yeah, well, you can call it that. Yeah. And we backed the trailer in the water, unloaded it. We rode it around because he just wanted to check it out. Well, we tried to put on the trailer, and the trailer was in too far. So I cranked it up as far as I could, and I held the handle, and I said, "Here, pull me out just a little bit, and then I'll finish cranking it." When we pull up just a tad, because the boat was under the roller, so I couldn't pull it all the way up.
Uh-huh.
So I said, "Here, just barely pull it up, and I'll hold on." Well, he gets my expedition and puts the hammer down, and that handle come out of my hand, and I'm talking just spun around and destroyed my
Oh.
arm.
Yeah, I kind of.
I mean, it just beat it 60 times before he stopped. I mean, it was
That's
Huh?
a good way to break your arm, man.
Oh man, it was just going. Oh, I had blood everywhere. It was bad.
I would do the same thing. That knucklehead move you're going to, you want to stop it because you're worried about what's going on. And do you fish with him anymore?
Oh, I've never fished with him. He just bought it because his buddies like to go out and ride around.
Pleasure boaters.
He's a pleasure boater.
Fishing Freedom. What's up, Richard? He says he had a 5-foot long nose gar on a jug line. He clamped down on my arm, had like 20 needle holes in his arm, blood like crazy.
I haven't had one bug touch.
Man, the bugs are crazy out here tonight.
They ain't touching me. I got
Crew
bugs.
member Robin C. How you doing, Robin? My worst injury was when I hooked Dustin.
I used to know somebody named Robin Steve. She used to be my number one fan, but she got fired, and I'm looking for a new one.
Me?
Are you taking applications?
I am. She lost to JBT. And if you lose to JBT, I can't affiliate with you.
Never heard of her.
Yeah.
Palmetto Cat says, "Hey y'all, what's up, Kevin? How you doing?" Tim Molina says, "I passed out in a coma, and those idiots fished all day with me like that in the boat, kind of like Weekend at Bernie's." Oh my goodness! I think Tim.
Weekend at Molina's.
Creole Catfish, it says Gabe had a trout line hook go all the way through his hand a few years ago, right below the thumb. Yikes.
Oh.
Buckeye Catfish, it says I had a channel stick me in the groin when I was small. I peed 2 streams for a while.
I want to know why you had it close to there. Was he the free Dieters?
I was waiting for you to say Dieter in that sentence there. Chad says, I had such a great burger for dinner. They actually got it right and didn't put on it. See, look at him. Now you're friends with that Chad guy too, aren't you?
It depends on if he needs something or not.
I understand.
Yeah.
We're not going to get into that.
Chad is, when I hang out with Chad, it's kind of like Groundhog Day or whatever that is. If I see a shadow, I'm not going to see him for 6 weeks.
Weren't we just calling him Norm backstage?
You was. I would never do that to him.
922 Crappie Barbecue says, Ohio, you can use game fish as long as caught legally and meet the regs of waters fished. Let's see what else we got in here. Small waters. What's up, John? He says, if you ain't first, you're last. You know what somebody also told me while I was at Mendota? They told me if you ain't cheating, you're losing. So
I'm not a cheater, but then I still lose.
Oh, wait a minute. Brian B says he sent him a picture with a message.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, my goodness. I'm going to have to show this one on screen here, JayDog.
You do you, boo. This is your show, remember?
Yeah. It's too good not to show. Brian B sent me a message here, so we're going to share it out to you. You got to explain this picture to me.
Hold on.
You ready? I'm going to share it out right now. One-man operation. I can't afford to have 2 co-hosts like on a show before me.
All right.
So what's going on in this picture, JayDog?
Hold on.
I
Nothing yet. Oh, that was me and Chris. That happens a lot. You know, speaking of Chris, I would like to know why you ain't had him on your show yet.
He has been on my show.
He said he hasn't.
I thought I had him on my show.
Nope.
Liar, liar, pants up higher.
Said he has never been on your show. And I want to know why.
Man. I'm going to have to ask him. Chris, if you're listening, he's sleeping. That's why.
Yeah, that's probably a good reason.
We took that off of there. Bugman says, hooked myself behind the ear when I was a kid. Dad cut it out with a razor blade from a disposable razor. Ouch.
Yeah, that didn't feel good.
Yeah, Chris was on my show.
Said you wasn't.
He's probably asleep.
See, I'm so small that he doesn't even remember.
Is that what it is?
Small Water says, I got stuck by a big stingray in the knee on a red fishing trip. No bueno.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no bueno. No bueno. You have
What
no
does that
brain,
what does
bro.
that mean, Mason? Do you know?
No. It means you have no brain, bro. That's what I
Looking
mean.
through. Robin C says, I love you, JayDog, Tara, and Mason.
Tara, you called her.
Tried to get her to come down here with me, but she said I wasn't worth driving back down here for.
Kelly over at the Bullock Experience says he is JayDog's #1 fan and not to forget him.
That's right. Kelly's he's always the underdog. He's right there. When Robin falls, Kelly comes right back up.
Oh, Jerry Parker says my worst injury was to my eyes watching Chad attempt to fish.
You know, Chad's a better fisherman than me. I just get to fish more than him. That's the only thing.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not going anywhere with that one. But he does say, Mark, do you think you could catch a fish with a... See, he's just trying to get me to say that P word.
That's weird. Why would he want you to say that word?
I don't know. 920. Wow, these guys all have been injured. It's a surprise any of us can still fish. 922 Crappie Barbecue says my buddy was casting. Buddy was casting. Hook ran just deep enough to slice like a razor. Had to get 18 stitches. Wow. And there's Sean from Team Snag and Whiskers. What's going on, Sean? How you doing, bud?
Have you ever fished for skipjack?
I have never fished for skipjack.
Do you know what a sabiki rig is?
I do know what a sabiki rig is.
All right. Well, you put a sinker or a spoon at the bottom of them.
Right, a Foley
I was up
spoon.
my dam here, and I wanted to get it way out there, so I reared back, threw it as hard as I could, and that sabiki came right in the back of my skull.
Ugh.
Broke the line, and I freaked out and hurried out and reached back there and ripped it out. Blood was pouring down my neck. Yeah, that was bad.
James Stanley, I think he's making a pass at you. He says, hey, JayDog, get you some peppermint and lavender oil, and the bugs will leave you alone.
Oh, man, they're horrible here, right? Because there's not a drop of wind.
Here.
We ain't got a drop of wind, and it is bad.
But they don't want to use this, though.
Can't get that stuff on the bait. I'm a firm believer that bug spray on bait is a bad thing. I've had guys sit next to me. I've had 3 flathead night, and they've had none, and they're like, I don't understand it. And then as they're spraying a bug spray all over their hands.
Or bug you.
Yep, Big Slim. God save me. Trying to keep up with chat.
Chat's a rolling.
Chad says, well, on that note, have a great night, everybody. Chad's leaving. Have a good night, buddy.
Now you made him mad. Good job.
Paul over at P&B Catfish, and he's a crew member. He says hello. Matt over at Want to Be Outdoors says, I was on Erie walleye fishing, and a double roller hit us. I fell backwards, and when I stood up, I had Erie deeries up and down my arm for about 7 of them. Fell into the hook keeper.
Ooh.
I even know what those Erie deeries are. I was talking to my sister. She was looking for some of those for walleye. Kelly says he caught 25 green carp today in his creek. Congratulations, Kelly.
25 what?
Fish.
Green carp.
Well, he was bass fishing.
Read that screen for me, would you, JayDog?
No, I'm good. You gotta be smarter than that.
Bugman, I think he's the one who told me if you ain't cheating, you're losing. He says, wonder who would have such low morals to cheat instead. So you came out of the womb ready to fish. Well, what are your earliest fishing memories, JayDog?
I don't have any because remember I got in an accident. My memory got wiped out from the accident back.
Really?
Yeah, so I don't have any childhood memories.
Except for fishing.
I didn't know. Then how'd you know you were born with a fish in your hand?
It's just I mean when you're as good as me, it's obvious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Jay Pickle.
Anybody that's got these skills and can't remember it, you know they gotta be good.
Brian B. Catfishing says, seems like a lot of JayDog groupies. I'm gonna fall back always. I like Chad better.
I love Chad to death. I wish me and Chad would fish once a week, but he won't even answer my phone calls anymore.
No. You know, I called somebody last week and he didn't even pick up the phone.
Who, Uncle Lou?
No. I don't like to bother Uncle Lou. Or else I'd call him every week.
I do. I call him every day. And if I don't call him, he calls me.
Hey, you talk to him every day. You're practically right.
I leave him alone on the weekends because that's Mindy time.
Well, I can't say I blame you that. You got to spend some time with the better half. Nubby's Catfishing says, now, JayDog, why did you make Chad's head bigger than it already is?
Because I don't talk bad about Chad. I'll joke about him, but I would never in my life say anything bad about him. Chad's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
F.
I like Chad. He's a good guy. Me and him mess around a lot.
An excellent fisherman. He's excellent. It's just he don't get to fish enough to catch a lot. That's his problem. He works too hard.
Oh yeah.
Do anything and everything better than I can do.
Really?
With
I think
boat.
so.
That's interesting. Jim Stanley's trying to trip me up with the P word. So you fish the Ohio River a lot, right, JayDog?
I fish it
every day.
It just depends. It's half and half here in the Licking.
How far is the Licking River from where you live? Because I know you're real close to the Ohio, right?
If I had Black Betty, I could hit the Ohio River from my house.
For those of you listening on a podcast, Black Betty is what, 16 feet long that Danny Stone uses?
Yeah.
Don't know about it.
Wayne Hoskins with a $10 super chat. Thank you, Wayne. I appreciate it, my friend, as always. So how far is that? What are you, like 5 minutes away, aren't you?
From the Ohio?
Yeah.
No, I'm literally 30 seconds.
30 seconds. So how often are you out there fishing?
Every day.
Usually every night during the weekday. That way, when Terry gets off work, we usually come out here till 9 or 10.
We love you, Tootie.
Getting hooked on deficient says, JayDog, you the man. We love you, Tara and Mason.
What?
Up, we got a fish?
I think it's gar. They'll pull over, and then when you pull it, there's nothing there. They're rolling everywhere around this boat.
You ever target gar, JayDog?
No, didn't you hear the story about me getting bit by one?
Well, I would want revenge.
Well, I got revenge. Trust me.
Yeah, I did. Slam that thing on.
I wouldn't kill gar. I usually get them up close and just cut the line.
Oh yeah. I'd
But
like to
90%
catch
of
one
them,
just to say I've caught one before. I've never caught a gar.
if I could get them in the boat, I'll try. But if they're all out there acting crazy, and it's in their beak where it ain't hurting them, I'll just cut the line, let them go. Those things, I mean, all jokes aside, they can put you in a hospital.
No, did you get infected? Did you get infected when you got bit with it?
Man, I'm solid steel. Ain't nothing going to infect me.
I thought it was just your head.
Well, that too.
Let me ask you. Was
Mason,
that? Oh, I think we got.
don't lose that. Freddy Rod about shot out the water.
Is he on a fish? We'll give you the solo layout.
Dang it, buddy.
Hold on.
Take it back here now.
There's Mason. Mason's reeling in a fish on the Freddy rod like a professional.
Slow down. Do it right.
Gar again.
Oh,
Gar again.
there he goes.
All right, he just popped off. That's
He
good.
popped off. All right.
Yeah. It gets them all the way up to the boat and they just let go. Well, that's good. It let go. You ain't got to see me get bit in person.
Muskie are like that with circle hooks too. You can get them up to the boat, and as soon as they see the boat, they just open up their yapper and they let go.
Right.
Creole Catfish says, alligator gar pulls like a freight train, similar to the way a yellow cat pulls. Pure power.
Yeah, right there is Creole pull. Yep.
Is that an FOA rod?
No, that is a Ozark Trail. But what Mason used is an FOA rod.
Okay.
Mason, come up here, show him that.
Let's take a look at that one. We'll ask Mason how he likes that rod.
Show him that rod there.
On screen here.
Where are you going? Stand back there so they can see.
I guess trying to get your hook there.
All right.
I'll show them.
There you go. Show him that rod.
Sharp. What do you got on there? Ancient Mariner?
That is a Bass Pro Mega Cast. They're $49 at Bass Pro.
Nice. How you like that reel?
I love them. I mean, for the price, I figured if it's going in the river, I shouldn't have an Abu on it, right?
Yeah, I understand. I understand. Creole says, I'm the cheapest rod on his boat.
Look over here. The cheapest rod on the boat? No, yours was 40. There's Berkeley Big Games was only 19.
But they work, right? You got a big assortment of rods on there. Yeah, I'm used to using Uncle Lou rods all the time.
Yes, I'll ride and die with Uncle Lou rods, but these are plastic rod holders, and I've had them break, and I'll refuse to lose one of them in this river.
I understand. That new boat came with those rod holders you were telling me. So
Look at there. He thinks he's going after a megalodon. Look at that.
Look at the size of that head. What is that?
He didn't even hook it right. No, that's skipjack.
Oh, that is skipjack. It's got a little green tinge on the camera.
Yep.
God, that was. You can sit right there so you can.
You didn't even hook both lips, but we ain't got no current, so you'll be all right.
I'll sit right here.
Danny Stone's making some comments about some cruelty to gar. Well, we don't condone that, definitely.
No. I would never in my life hurt one on purpose. That's just dumb.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I don't get it. I talked to a bunch of people, and everybody's got stories about that. So if you ain't going to harvest the fish, just let the fish go.
They're here for a reason. So
exactly. So how big do the gar get on the Ohio?
About 4 or 5 feet.
They'll get that big?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that would be a fun fight. I'd like to hook into one of them.
They'll get about big around as your thigh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know the size of my thigh?
I met you. I was going to say your head, but then that would be the alligator gar.
Why are you looking at my thigh, JayDog?
Well.
Do we need to show the picture with you? I thought Chris was your man.
Yeah. Well, you know.
I know what the tile looks like.
So where do you get your sense of humor, JayDog? Because it is different than anybody else in this catfish community.
I
His
don't have to-
injury?
I don't have, yeah, probably my injury. I don't know.
If that didn't happen,
I love to have fun. I'm not serious. I don't take anything serious. I try to help any and everybody I can.
I think that's a good way to be. You'll be happier because of it too.
Yeah, I want you to do it before I do it.
What about if you're in a tournament?
I don't care. As long as somebody's having fun, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Uncle Lou says you're a meat gazer.
Well,
Oh.
yeah.
Wait a minute. I shouldn't have read that one. I didn't realize what it said until I read it. I get in trouble a lot like that on my show.
Well, that's just
We got
3
lots
months
of
out,
Bud Light comments on here.
right? I did bring me a snack, if you don't mind me eating a snack.
Not at all. What do you got? We love food on this channel.
Do you?
Oh,
You're gonna
heck
love this.
yeah. Bacon's the number one snack.
It ain't bacon, because I hate bacon.
probably. Uh-oh.
Are you ready?
Yeah. What is that?
You can't tell what that is?
Looks like a Twinkie in the light. Is that a Twinkie?
Hold on, let me get over here.
That Twinkie looks kind of ripe.
You don't
Looks
see
like
what that is?
Yeah.
Tell the people from your podcast what that is.
It's a green
It's not
Twinkie.
fair. It's not fair that they don't know what's going on here.
You tell us what it is. You're the one who's going to eat it.
This ain't my podcast. This is yours.
That's your Twinkie.
Pickle.
Bug went
What is
down my
that?
throat.
What is it?
A bug just went down my throat.
Oh, JayDog's off camera on the side, so I could have really went somewhere with the cake.
Oh man,
Light up.
golly, that was gross.
All four things.
Are you
Just
gonna
more
eat it?
protein.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
Creole Catfish
Look
says
at that pickle
JayDog
beside
is
it.
showing his Twinkie to the camera.
Give it here. I'll say it. I'm allowed to say. Oh, I want to eat it.
Yep.
Want it to be outdoors since it looks like a cucumber. I think that's right.
Yeah,
It does look like.
that's what it started life as.
A fermented cucumber.
My God, that stuck in my throat like a shad scale.
Yeah, let's talk about your bait eating experiences. What's your favorite kind of bait to eat, JayDog?
Well, I can guarantee you it's not a minnow.
Oh.
Holy cow, those minnows are disgusting.
Really? Are they more disgusting than shad? Because I've tasted shad on accident before, and I didn't like that much.
Buddy, I could eat 15 shad before I could one minnow.
What do they taste like? Can you explain it?
No, I can't. I don't even know. It's just the awfulest gooey. I don't even know. Ask
Hey,
Freddie, he'll tell you.
JayDog, Uncle Lou has a message for you. Why don't you read that for me?
I can't read. I got hit in the head, remember?
Oh, I forgot about that. He says, bite that cucumber in two next time.
Mason. You get
Oh,
him?
Mason got another hit.
Hold on.
Yep.
It's probably another gar.
Pontoon
didn't-
Jody's saying hello. She says, hello, Jay Puppy.
You go buy him.
Hello, Joe Dog.
Creole Catfishing says that P word was a little too much for JayDog. It was girthy.
That's awkward.
Oh, I really want to know why minnows taste so horrible.
I don't know. I really don't, but I guess they
Maybe-
eat something different than shad do, and I don't know.
Wait, don't eat it, OJ. You know this.
I don't know. That was the most disgusting thing I've ever ate in my life.
You try
you-
shad and then eat
You
it.
had some packaged stink bait too, haven't you?
Yep. It wasn't real, but yeah. That was a joke. I can't really eat that. It'll kill me. You want to know what I did?
No, we don't want to know what you did. I know what you did. Let's not talk about it.
What I did then.
I know what you didn't do. Me and JayDog have a bet. First one to say the P word loses. So we're trying to get through this hour podcast without saying that. So he brought one to eat.
And it's not fair that you don't tell your podcast people what's going on.
It's very fair. All you got to do is tell me what it is.
You said it's a fermented cucumber.
Fermented cucumber. That's correct. And Jody's saying the B word 3 times. For those of you wondering why this bet came to be and why it's crippling the show, because me and JayDog usually go at it back and forth. Because he's I thought you were the captain of Team Fermented Cucumber, weren't you?
No, that was Chris.
Oh no, wasn't it Van?
It supposed to have been me, or it supposed to have been Chris, me, Van, and Chad.
Wait, you didn't get to do it though.
Yeah, we didn't do it though.
Wait, you really
Super
didn't?
Smurf Eric says, what's that park you go to, Mark? It's the Tomahawk Park. That's the only park I go to.
Tomahawk.
Tomahawk. If you guys know where that's at, it's a big empty park, but I take the dogs there quite a bit. So what else you got planned, JayDog? What are some of your fishing goals this year? Let's talk about something fishing for once rather than dance around the P word.
The pickle?
You can dance around whatever P word you want, but my goal, honestly, is to have Terra Beater PB, flathead and blue.
Well, Tara just caught a really nice flathead that you sent me a picture of. What was that?
Yeah,
2 weeks ago?
That was 2 weeks ago. That was 30 on that one.
Well,
That's a good
But our
flathead.
PB flathead is 40.
It is 40? Okay. I'm looking for that 40 this year myself, too. Hopefully we'll get it.
Hey, check this out. She has 100 and how many subscribers you got?
188.
188, and her flathead video, it was like 10 minutes or whatever it was, is at 13,000 views.
Wow.
Yeah.
Somebody post up Tara's link to her channel. I didn't even know she had a channel. Why didn't you tell me, JayDog?
Wow, that's just rude.
You're trying to keep the attention all to yourself and not share it with your wife, I think.
No, I'm pretty sure everybody in here but you knew that. How'd that make you feel, Tara? Yeah, you're in the same group as Hooks and Hammocks now.
What did Hooks and Hammocks do to her?
No, he don't. You don't know anything about him. Ain't got him on your channel. And I said, now you're in Hooks and Hammocks class.
You guys are always trying to bully me into coming onto my channel. Why do you guys do that to me?
I want to know why it took 3 years for me to get up here. That's what I want to know.
Because I knew it tortured you not to come on here.
There ain't 3 years worth of guests. You had to done on triple before you got back to me.
You want to come on next week, JayDog?
What happens next week?
I don't know. We'll do some catching up for you, bud.
Catching up.
Yeah, you said it was 3 years.
Oh,
No,
you can't have me twice.
Why not?
People don't even want to watch the first one. They surely ain't gonna watch twice.
Adventures with Robin C says JayDog is going to put her on a 50-pound blue this year. Is that true?
No,
JBT's gonna get her on what?
Uncle Lou, thanks for posting Tara's link. I'm actually subscribed to it. Why didn't it show up?
probably.
That's
I'm
just
gonna have to
wrong.
check out that flathead video right after the show. No joke.
That was actually called on that rod right there, the Creole rod.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Well, do you still have a catfish and crappie rod, or did you like?
No, it's at the house. It's the remember, it's the slime cat, or not the slime cat, but the whisker seeker.
Ah, gotcha. I do like whisker seeker rods.
I use it every time I go.
Nice.
I had it with me this morning when we was out here, but I left it at home because I thought for sure we'd catch a Mondo Hundo tonight, and I didn't want to lose it in the rod holders.
Cotton Picking Fishing says Mark's favorite guest. That's you, JayDog.
No, that ain't me.
It is you.
It was. It wouldn't have took 3 years for me to get here. I'm the bottom of the barrel. He has nowhere else to go.
Stop it. Why do you do that to yourself?
He probably called like 18 people before he finally was like, you know what? I can't avoid this any longer. I got to do it.
Well, I could avoid for a long time. I just chose not to. Jesus.
I don't blame you. This is going to be your lowest viewed show you got.
I don't know. I doubt that. It's going to be pretty good.
I don't know.
I'm taking care of some business here. There you go, Robin C. Sorry about that, dear.
Tara's hiding in the corner of the boat over here like she's on heroin or something, swatting and twitching everywhere.
She's like, I want nothing to do with these two bozos on here.
No, the bugs, you just don't understand how bad they are. You can't see it on that screen, but they are bad.
Well, you got that white light on.
Well, I have to have it on. We're on here.
Well, I know that, but
Bugs, literally.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting like 15 on this fermented pickle.
you said it. You said it, JayDog.
I have 1 minute left.
1 minute till 10 o'clock.
No, we got 9 minutes left.
Crap! I meant to say cucumber.
And the bet has been won. So we're going to expect a live stream from JayDog wearing a what was it?
See? And people think that there ain't something wrong with me.
JayDog said pickle, so he loses, and I finally get to say it because it's really been messing me up all day. I'm never going to make a bet like that again because it really, really screws with my mojo here.
Well, I meant to say fermented cucumber, and I looked at it, and it said pickle. I said pickle.
Loser.
Everybody's laughing in chat. JayDog, there you go, Uncle Luke.
Well,
Freedom, Sandy, David Smith, Curtis, D evens getting laughed. Robin C.
D, don't get involved in that. You're better than them.
922 Crappie Barbecue says JayDog, oh man, thought you was gonna make it.
I thought I wasn't. If I wouldn't have looked at it, I would have been all right.
You were trying hard too. I don't think you just even let that slip. So
no, honest to God, that was an accident. I didn't do that on purpose. Well,
I knew one of us were gonna mess up. I had to like concentrate really hard and not say pickle park, pickle park, pickle park, pickle park, pickle park, pickle park.
That's what I've done all day, and I let my guard down for 2 seconds.
You try what? You just kept saying it, try to get it out of your system.
Yeah, I kept saying it in my head, so I wouldn't say it out loud.
I actually meditated before the show, and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to say pickle.
I guess I'm officially the mayor of Pickle Park for a month.
All right. Brian B. Catfishing says, okay, on a serious note, JayDog, you are a great angler. Stop downplaying yourself, man. We all love you, and me personally hate to hear you talk down on yourself like that. Pickle, pickle, pickle. I agree with you.
Well, thank you, buddy.
I totally agree with what Brian says, 100%.
I don't. I know what I've done, where I fished, and what I've done, and I know where to go. I know nothing about fishing. I just go back to where I always go. I go back to where I catch fish.
That's
we caught 370s last year, but that's because we spend a lot of. I fish probably 15 times before I go live once. So
Really?
just because people don't see me with fish, trust me, we're catching fish. I just don't show it.
Yeah, I won't go live unless I'm on fish, which means I don't go live very much. So
you're like the Catfish Dave.
Don't ever say that name on my show again.
Well, yeah, that's the only way they go live.
Never heard of her.
Yeah.
Quiet Man Curtis said, JayDog, how many people you think you might take fishing this year?
Hey, I'm gonna put this out here, since I'm in a famous show and people will hear it. I was thinking, I had a good idea earlier. The Ohio River has beautiful sunsets. It really does. I mean, I can't take that away from it. I was thinking about doing a calendar, and if somebody fishes with me, they could be in that calendar. They'll be in that. I'll take a picture of them in that sunset. You know what I mean?
I think that's a great idea. Even just having, if you don't catch a sunset or it's raining or something, just everybody that's on your boat, man. I think that would be a great freaking thing to do. I really like that idea.
We have really, really pretty sunsets here, and if they're fishing, they can stand in that sunset, take their picture, and they can be in the calendar that I'll put out.
Missy Kennedy also has nice words for you, JayDog. Says JayDog needs to stop selling himself short. He is a great fisherman and he has a heart of gold. I have never met him in person, but his actions on here speak loudly.
Yeah, I've done a lot for people, but I don't do it because I want the fame of doing it. I do it because that's just how I am.
You feel good about yourself when you do, don't you?
Yeah. If I got to think about it, then it's not as. If it just comes out and happens, I feel a lot better than if I got to think about that I should do it for them. That makes sense.
It does.
You know, like
Catfishing is asking if it's a pickle calendar.
it might be. Like Lee Evans, I've never met the guy in my life, and I watched his show, and I heard him talk about he wanted to take his kids out, and he didn't have a boat motor to do it, and blah blah blah. I figured out how they got a hold of him, and I gave him one of my boat motors, and that's how we became friends.
It's cool. I haven't seen Lee around in a while. Hopefully he's doing all right.
I've seen him.
Steve Mosley wants to fish with you, JayDog.
No, he don't. He was just 30 minutes from my house the other day and didn't even come down.
Man, it's
He's dead to
heartbreaking.
me. It is. Yeah.
Eric over at Super Smurf Eric Fishing says, you want a picture of me and Curtis with the sunset in the background? Okay.
Absolutely. That's two really amazing people right there. I had the honor to fish with them too, and it was amazing.
I like Eric and Curtis. They're good people.
I wish I could do it more, but they live 2 hours away.
2 hours ain't too much. Chad gives me a hard time for not going to Madison because it's only 2 hours away.
Right.
Jim Stanley says, well, Mark, I did something for the first time. I threw chicken for bait. You use chicken, JayDog? What are your feelings on chicken?
Hey, I don't care. I'll throw it. That's what I caught my last big fish on. Which?
Two of them.
Yeah, that last 80 or 70, whatever it was. That's what it was on, was chicken.
Silver Fox
I'm
Fishing
getting the
Sandy
book.
says, awesome idea. Also, Cincinnati looks pretty at night from the water.
Yeah, I mean that could be another one too. I could do all of them from the the skyline of Cincinnati because it is beautiful at night down there.
He might gain that.
Van said something I can't post up there. I'm reading. I'm going through chat here, trying to pick ones to read. Got to be careful.
You can read them all now. The bet's over.
Brian B says, but he gonna lose against me. Let's go, bro. I think he just called you out.
Brian.
He's over
Brian ain't never beat me. I don't even know why he's trying. Everything he's been in, I was in, other than the river thing. That's because they stuck us on the worst time because they didn't want us in there no more. They knew what they was doing. They was like, here, Ohio's the hardest ones to beat. Let's put them in the middle of winter when it's freezing cold and getting shot at and fog, so they can't do nothing. And then we'll do it all in the summer when it's warm and the fish are biting.
Well, the fish are biting in the winter over there, aren't they? I've seen Chad and Roger get on some good ones.
Yeah, well, if you're stuck in one spot for 4 hours because the fog is so thick you can't see.
Well, I could think of worse ways of spending 4 hours than fishing. And that fog keeps pleasure boaters off the water. Are you getting a lot of pleasure boaters out there during the day today, JayDog, because it's Memorial Day?
Yes. That's why we don't fish from noon to 7.
Yeah, I usually fish during the weekend at night, so during the summer.
They was up at our dam today. It's like, why would you possibly come up in this rough water and want a pleasure boat?
It's the beginning of the season. They don't know what to do.
It's like, you guys are morons.
Robin C says, JayDog took me to get my first blue cat. Have had
Yep.
several great fishing trips with JayDog, Tara, and Mason.
Yep. She spent the weekend with us before a few times, and she rolled off my couch once, got stuck between the couch and the table in the middle of the night.
In the JayDog suit.
We got her. We
I
got her a
bet you
little
there
lit
wasn't
once.
even.
Huh?
I'm sorry, JayDog. I talked over you, bud. What'd you say?
So we got her a little lit one time.
No, that's a cat
So there
calling.
was alcohol involved.
There was at the Mexican restaurant.
Oh, that's right. You guys were having margaritas. I like margaritas.
Yeah.
So
Mom,
how
She's
do
a
I fish?
lightweight.
How do I fish with the JayDog?
You get in your truck and you drive down here.
Does it have to be in your boat, or can we use mine?
What? Well, yeah, we can use yours. Are you crazy?
All right. We might have to make that happen after I fish with Lyle. We'll go down there. We won't even tell Chad that I'm around there.
I bet you won't.
Yeah, of course not. Danny Stone says, I was at Kentucky Dam and JayDog tried to convince me it was only an hour drive to him. It wasn't.
No, he was somewhere else when I said that. I don't remember where he was going. I don't know. There's
Silver
another good
Fox,
fellow.
Sandy over at Silver Fox Fishing says, met JayDog and Tara at the bait shop 2 years ago, and he offered to take Van and I out for a couples tournament and wouldn't accept anything for it. Great guy right there.
Yep.
Real time
I think-
catfishing says, JayDog, you should come fishing with me.
Who said that?
John Parker.
Well, I ain't catching nothing here. I don't need to drive down there to do that.
definitely.
I tell you what, John. Can't do it this weekend. Next weekend we may come down there just to hang out with you.
What about
How
Uncle
far?
Will?
How far are you from John?
Probably 8 hours.
Yeah.
But I can hit a few other people at the same time.
Yeah.
Two Stands Fishing says JayDog and I have unfinished business. Just saying. What's that about?
Stan, sit down. The adults are talking, please. I think we're tied 1-1 or something. I don't even know.
Oh, you guys actually are?
I don't know. We've battled so much I couldn't tell you.
Man, everybody's talking very highly about Jason. Well deserved too.
I try and help everybody.
Mom, Dad won't let me have my.
I'm not a good fisherman. I really ain't. I just spend a lot of time and I get lucky.
Is that the secret? A lot of time on the water?
That's all it is. Any person could be sitting where I was sitting when we caught those 3 fish. It was just luck that I mean, I did see them and stop, obviously, looking at the fish finder, but anybody could have done that.
There's Van over at V3 Customs. What's going on, Van? He's probably been watching the whole time. I think I just seen him start chatting here a minute ago. Van's good people. I got to meet him. We had some Pizza Hut at the Catfish Conference. The company was better than a pizza. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, we love Van and Sandy to death.
They're good people. I saw a picture of Van polishing a semi-truck tank in a catfish and crappie head. Kind of made me weepy. Kind of like,
I'm surprised that's the only thing you got a picture of him polishing.
Here we go. All right, folks, we're over an hour, JayDog. You got anything else to tell the people? Where do you want them to go? How do they get a hold of you? How do they go fishing with you?
I don't know. I don't know.
JayDog gone fishing.
Yeah, just look up JayDog Gone Fishing. It's boring, but you might find something you like there. I don't know.
It's not boring. I got the link in the description, folks. So go there, check them out if you haven't, if you're listening on a podcast. I'm pretty sure that everybody here in chat already is subscribed to your channel, and I see a lot of them in your life. You know, I do watch you live. I don't always talk.
I
do
don't believe
watch
that.
You
How many
what?
fish I catch how many fish I catch on my last live?
And your last live, what'd you catch? I don't know. I was there for about an hour, and you caught none during that hour.
See, that was just a lucky guess because that's 90% of it. Now this river will produce one sometimes, and sometimes it don't.
Stop.
I mean, me and Sammy, we've been up the dam and we caught 24 fish in 4 hours. And we've been here and we ain't caught nothing in 12 hours.
Yeah. I seen that.
Did you see my last short I put out?
I did not.
Freddie was
I
here
will-
with us, and we fished for 12 hours straight with nothing. And then Tara caught a fish, and as soon as she held it up, fireworks started going off in Cincinnati behind her. Perfect timing. Couldn't have done that again if we had to.
I've had those marathon ones with no bites too. You're like trying to force something to happen and it never does when you try to force it. Is that not
I tell
true?
you what, if people want to catch fish or keep door handles, don't bring Freddie around. He'll screw up your river. He'll break your door handles. He'll break your boat motor.
He broke your boat motor?
Yeah, remember the cable broke, the throttle thing broke as soon as we took off. Yeah, and I had to fix it. Oh, he was at school, yeah.
Everybody's saying it was a great show, JayDog, that you made the show. I'm just here to facilitate great anglers like yourself and Tara and Mason.
We not good anymore.
I'm
Yeah,
just here to.
I absolutely love watching people catch fish.
I do too.
Go ahead.
I have a rule on my boat. If someone's on my boat fishing, they're fishing and they're doing the catching. It's a boat thing. So any fish that goes into the boat, we caught that fish. I want to see the smile on their faces, the excitement. I want to hear a story in a year, 2 years, 3 years about what kind of good time they had. If they don't catch fish, that bothers me a lot because I want them to be happy. You know what I mean?
One of my favorite memories is when I had Sandy and her daughter on here and they got to double up at the same time. That was great. When I got Lee Evans' wife, Amy, her first fish ever. That was really cool. And Robin's first fish ever. And then Martin coming over from the UK and fishing with me. And Freddie and Sammy out there hand lining an 18-pound channel cat or blue cat.
See, all of those memories you'll have forever, JayDog, unless you hit your head again.
Yeah, and then it gets rebooted.
Then you got to start from scratch.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, not knowing anything that happened when you was a kid, but it is what it is.
Well, I'm gonna take a cue from you. I'm gonna copy your style and start taking more people fishing now that I have the boat to be able to do so. So.
Oh yeah, you'll enjoy. I love it. Getting to hang out with Eric and Curtis and Bugman that night was amazing. What I hate is this river. You can literally come out and catch 30 fish and then come back the next morning and not even get a bite all day. And I hate when people drive a long ways and that happens.
It'll happen though, and they understand. So
I know, but it just
don't let it get to you, bud. You can't let the small stuff bother you that much. Go out there to do best you can, and I have full faith that you're trying to make these people happy. So that's good on you.
Yes, like Freddie. I mean, Freddie really ain't ever caught nothing, but he always comes back up here.
He must like the company.
Hey, did you know that you can put in JayDog 10 at FOA Customs now and get you 10% off?
Are you a pro staffer?
I am. What do you think of that?
Oh, I'm impressed. I'm not pro staff for anybody.
You're not as good as me. That's why.
That's absolutely right. 100%.
Nah, Freddie is as good as family to me. And I'll always support him. I tried to tell him no, but he told me he didn't give an F what I said. I am, whether I like
I think
it or not.
you and Freddie are a lot alike. He's good people, 100%. He does a lot of things for a lot of people, and he does it selfishly, which is
Right.
great. So
That's
Sandy
Luke.
says that was an awesome day. Van had to handline my daughter's 31.5-pound blue into the boat after her reel broke.
Yeah.
Stan also says he loves nothing better than taking people fishing. My goodness. All right, JayDog, let me thank you, my friend. I appreciate you spending the time with me.
I'm sorry I couldn't be on screen, but like I told you, we fish pretty much every night. So
I appreciate you finally agreeing to come on my show after, saying I'm too good to be on there so many times before.
well, I appreciate that nobody was left and I was here. You know,
Stop it.
everybody told me you was begging somebody. It didn't matter who it was, as long as it wasn't me.
Stop it.
I mean, Stan texted me and said, "Look, I've been on there 18 times, and he's trying to get me again."
On that note, folks,
Tim Molina called
thank
me.
you very much. Have a wonderful night.
Paul Meadow called me.
Thank you, Tara.
Douglas called me.
Thank you.
Some guy named Goldfish
Mason.
called me. He
Called
said
what?
she'd been on there 9 times. You wanted her back. The list goes on.
And we're going to end the show with this comment from Super Smurf Eric Fishing. He says, Freddie is the best guy on the bait shop.
Next week, hooks and hammocks. I don't know that. I just put that out there.
Oh, I was going to say. All right, everybody. Have a great night. Thanks for watching. Happy Memorial Day to you. If you're listening on the podcast, it's probably a couple weeks afterwards.
Well, will you tell them what I was eating now?
Yeah, I said pickle after you did. You were lost, though. The bet's over.
You didn't. They didn't tell them what my snack was.
Your snack was a pickle.
There you go. I brought that. I shouldn't have brought that. That was my downfall.
I'm actually thinking I'm going to go have a pickle. I think I got some good ones in the fridge. So, anyways, folks, good night. God bless. Remember the ones that have fallen, that have given the ultimate sacrifice on this Memorial Day. I'm at a loss for words whenever I think about it. Everybody, good night. God bless. Get out there and fish. Have a great one, everybody.
Thank you.